Hi everyone, this is Nicole Troutman here to share with you yet another open educational resource. Now, before we get started, I do want to apologize. I noticed when reviewing my last video presentation that I was blinking a lot, and I'm still blinking a lot. I am getting used to some new contact lenses, so please bear with me. So, back to open educational resources. For those of you who are new to this, an open educational resource is a free scholarly resource that you can access online, no charge. And on our website, we actually have a section that provides these resources for free to anyone with internet access. So all you need is internet access and a way to get to our resources. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you and we can get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is type in Tennessee State University Library into your browser. Hit enter. So we're going to come down here, Libraries and Media Center, Tennessee State University. That is us. And this is our homepage. From here, you want to go to Use Our Services and come all the way down to Scholarly Communications. And click on Open Educational Resources. And here is our Open Educational Resources LibGuide. So this research guide provides information on open educational resources, what they are, why they are, how they're created, what goes into them. If you want to learn more about them, please feel free to explore this section. It will tell you all about open educational resources. Over here, we have a list of subjects. So if there's a certain subject you're researching and you find something that aligns with it here, you can go ahead and check for an open educational resource that might be beneficial to you. Today, we're going to go to General OER, which this is kind of a variety of subjects in these different resources. So today, we're going to skip all of this and go down to courseware. And the resource I want to share with you today is OpenLearn, provided by Open University in the UK. Here's their webpage. And this provides free courses. It also provides access to the university if you want to actually attend that university. It's an option. You could check into these little links up here. So here you can see they've got a little banner here with different things you might be interested in looking at. This is their search banner. If you scroll down, they have different things that they put up stories on. Down here, you can search by subject. You can sign up for free. I have not signed up yet, but I do intend to because there are some courses I would like to take on here. They have a lot of very interesting things. And then if you come all the way down to the bottom, you'll find a whole section on getting started. Now, I was originally presuming it was going to be the same as what you would find up here. It is not. So here it goes a lot more deeply into what they provide and what they have. Like they've got games, quizzes, and activities you can access to help you learn. They've got their subjects all listed here. This is about OpenLearn, so you can go into any of these to learn more about them. And here are their partners where you can find out more. You could support them if you want. And then here's their social media pages. And of course, at the bottom, you've got your general accessibility statement, conditions used, privacy and cookies, stuff you usually find on the bottom of a web page. So we are going to scroll back up and take a look at these menus. So here you've got free courses. We can look at all the free courses. So I'm going to open that link in a new tab. So here's where you can see this. And on this page, you can sort by newest. You can sort it in grid or list format. I kind of like the grid. You can search by most popular. by duration, how long the course is, or by title. And this is all of their courses. You can also come over here and filter by subject. If you don't want all types, if you want the badge courses, which we'll look at in a moment, you can click on that. You filter by levels. So is it an introductory course you need, or are you already somewhat knowledgeable in this and you just need something a little more advanced? So you have these options here. Here's the length of the resource. This is how long the courses are. And then we've got different languages. So you could specify, you could pick a language that you don't have to worry about all the other language courses getting mixed in. If it will make it easier for you to dig through, sometimes I find that to be helpful. Here again, sign up for free. You can also sign up for a newsletter on here. And this I've seen in a few different areas. I'll point them out when I see them. So if you want newsletter, they definitely give you access to that. Over here, you'll see they also have create account or sign in. So you can click there, you could create your account. Here we can go, let's see what the badge courses are. So here it says that badges demonstrate interest in a subject, evidence of professional development, or a commitment to studies. Badge courses are highly engaging and cover a range of core subjects and professional competencies essential for the modern workplace. So that is what these courses cover. That is what gets them this badge level. So you go through here and search their badge courses. Again, you can narrow it down by subject or by who endorses them. So if there's something specific, you're like, ooh, I only want stuff that's endorsed by this company, you can select that and see what they endorse. Here we have a page on why study a free course at OpenLearn. So it explains the advantages. And like what the different icons mean, gives a run through on the free courses and how they're beneficial to you. There's advantages in enrolling in a free course. So it goes a little more in depth on that. There's a frequently asked questions page here. If you have a question and don't want to dig through all this, you can type it here and it will find it for you in this list if they've answered it already. And then you can study with the Open University. And so this is if you want to sign up for their actual university, which that is not free, but that's the option here. So if you click here, you go to subjects. So you've got your money and business, education, development, health, sports, psychology, etc. So if there's a certain subject area you're really interested in seeing what they provide, that's a good place to start. Here they have a really interesting collection. So these are on study skills. So these help you to increase your skills so that you retain more when you're studying and can be more organized. And these actually would be really handy. I kind of wish I'd found access to something like this in my early college years. But yes, so this actually works your study skills and helps you. So if like there's a class you're just having a heck of a time, retaining the information or focusing, you're trying to find new ways, check this out. This might help. And you can narrow it down by the type of study skills that you're wanting help with. Like I could definitely use math assistance because it's never been my strong suit. And down here you can select type of resource if you want all the content they have, or if you just want articles or just activities, free courses, you've got those options here. Here we are again with the news sign up now for free and the newsletter sign up. Work skills, this could be helpful to you in your profession. So these are skills that can help you increase your value in the workforce. So like they have leadership and followership, exploring career mentoring and coaching. So this is definitely a really good area to check. As you see, there's several pages, and I'm sure there were on the last page too. You could just go through, and over here you can specify the skills you're looking for to help you most with your profession. And then again, we've got the select resource type, sign up, and newsletter. And then here is help, which will take you straight to frequently asked questions. Sign up and newsletter on the side, as always. So you could go through these and see if you can find the answer or just type it in here. And this might be faster because it could take you to the specific question that relates. Over here, you can choose the type of thing you need help with. So using OpenLearn for the first time, technical questions, profile, copyright, intellectual, other. What's other? Ah, so it takes you down. So this will take you to these sections here if you want to skip through everything. All right, so let's go back home. So you can search for your course here, or you can search for it here. And let's go ahead and you want to search here and it goes away, you can do that. Let's go ahead and look at Celtic history. I believe they had a few things on that. So here's one thing I'm finding regarding a lot of these things. When you search something, it will try to match it as best as it can. They don't necessarily have resources on specifically what you are looking for. Um, so sometimes it's kind of, as usual, the other open educational resources, it's the same way, kind of figuring out a way to word it, or if they don't have it, see if you can find another open educational resource that does. It's similar to playing with the different keyword and search methods. But over here we can choose if we want the free courses, articles, videos. They've got audios, activities, collections, author. Over here you can search by subject because they actually have things related to my search term in these different subject areas. Down here you can select a topic. Let's choose history. Oh, that's not giving me what I want. So let's go back because they did have something on the original page. So here we have scoring the shoreline. This is on Celtic history. And then it just kind of goes more into history in general. Um, Look up, see what they've got on Shakespeare. Here we go. Well, I actually have a lot more on this. I should have started with Shakespeare. So we've got Mark Twain did an opinion on whether Shakespeare actually wrote Shakespeare. There are many theories about that. Um, I'm presently adamant to believe it was the one brilliant man, but we'll see if further study will change my mind. So we got critical analysis for all time. So we've got a bunch of different courses you can take on Shakespeare and learn all sorts of different things about him, about his works. You can sort by most relevant. You can sort by the newest, highest rated. So these are the ones that people thought were the best. It's going to be the top of this list. And then duration. And this will be, how long the courses are. And then, of course, as shown before, we've got all of these options here to narrow it down. And if you've picked a bunch of options and you're not finding what you're looking for, you can hit this wonderful little reset button and it will clear all the options you picked and you can start afresh. So it won't take away your search term, but it'll refresh this so you might be able to narrow it down differently in hopes of finding what you're looking for. So, yes, I'm actually rather impressed by some of the stuff I've stumbled on in here because, of course, it doesn't always have what I'm looking for, but sometimes it'll lead to things that I'm also interested in. And I learned that they have those, and that's sometimes handy, sometimes a distraction, but guess it depends on how you like to study. So, I really hope that this resource is useful for you. And of course, as always, I'm putting the link into the description so you can copy paste that if you don't want to go through the whole process of going through our library's website. Of course, if you do go through the library's website, you might find some interesting things there as well. As I showed you before, we've got a variety of open educational resources. You can feel free to explore them on your own. And if you ever have any questions, concerns, or something in specific you're interested in me going over, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to do whatever I can to make this more beneficial for you. So, I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.